Alright, sorry about that. This is going to be part 2 of the video that I want to show of my unboxing of my first time modded TNS motors. First time using Neil from the Nitro Shop. We're still on the LRP 32, pretty much called TNS .32 now. He did his own techniques. Neil's been through many of these engines on his dyno to finally get it right. He broke the record of his dyno power of nitro motors with this setup. And now I hear he's working on a LRP 30. He actually broke the record, but it cannot hold the power. It keeps blowing up, from what I hear. The quality of LRP is a great engine, don't get me wrong. It's a great motor, I love it. I have one, and that sucker right there, I took down that truck there. I wanted to show you what a stock LRP 32 carburetor looks like. This is one of my favorite trucks right here. It's an XXL. It's an XXL stock. You had a 44 LST. I threw the gas LST XXL2 gas tank on here, and I run nitro on it. It's got the ERCM end bleed pipe. Anyway, that's a stock LRP 32, and it's a great motor. Plenty of power. There's the carburetor X-Tech that comes stock with it. But from all the work that Neil did to this, to the internals, it won't breathe well with the X-Tech carb on it. He wound up figuring out which Novorossi carb works the best, flows the best, and he rigged up a Nova carb to it. Now the engine, this motor is not that good of a quality, right? The Novorossi is a great quality. Now he was telling me, oh, I would love his modded .28. I would love it. The 28.8. That's all he kept saying. Oh, you're gonna love my modded 28.8. It runs. It's got plenty of power. It kicks Chuggy's asses. Whatever you decide putting this motor in, it'll kick its truck's ass. Okay. But then I had asked him, oh, what about your Monster of 32? He's like, oh, that's a real ripper. I'm like, oh shit. So in the beginning, I didn't know which one to get. It took me a few days to decide on what motor to get. You know, you can't even use this for racing. His modded 28.8 is too powerful for the racetrack. It won't handle right in the racetrack. He has another engine that he wants to make for me when I'm ready for it. I'm not ready for it now. Obviously, got too much going on right now. But he has a race engine that he wants to build for me. But if I do race, I got plenty of other engines here. I could actually use the Mito 7. I got a freaking nice Roma .25 I could use. Even the damn Paloma. The Paloma's a great motor. Paloma, Roma 25. The Drake, the special edition Drake. I still haven't even broken in these motors yet. I can always run those. But if Neil says he has a motor that he wants to make for you, that's because it's going to be a badass motor. But anyway, I'm waiting for the back plate for this. There's a back plate that I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of the one-way bearing inside. I'm gonna seal this bitch up, put a nice back plate in it. I'm gonna throw it on my my engine stand, my break-in bench, which is over here. My Huddy stand, break-in engines. Do a few, run probably a quart or so through it. Neil said that I won't have to break in this engine that much because he lapped the piston. That's another work, another job that he performs on his motors. You lapse him. Now, enough with the TNS .32. That's all I'm gonna pretty much call it. Neil was nice enough to give me an extra Nova Rossi turbo plug and iridium regular glow plug for the. It's not regular. It's an LRP. It's platinum iridium. I like these glow plugs better than the OSs, and they run well and they last pretty good for the LRPs. Now, here's the stock carburetor for the 32 for the LRP. Now, Neil says to run the 9mm black insert. Nice. Here's a Rex Legend. This is TNS's modded .288. If you guys go on his website, the Nitro Shop, you could check out the specs and his dyno sheets on this engine as well. 28.8. Let's unwrap it. Oreo probably wants to go to the couch. Yeah, beautiful. Now this sucker here can take a beating and can rev pretty nice and handle the revs better than the LRP motor. Reason why, it's just a better quality engine. Quality means everything. Metals, certain metals are not the same. You can't compare the Chinese metals to Italian metals or good quality even Japanese metals. Ceramic bearings. A nice Nova carb. Let's see what the exhaust part looks like. Oh, nice. Looks like he did some work here as well. Man, I feel like taking the head off. I would look. I'm not gonna even bother with that. Right now, I feel like taking the head off this sucker here and pulling the sleeve out to show you. Take a quick peek of his work. But this guy's ready for break-in. But I really wanted to do the first run with the baddest motor I got right now, which is the 32. And then I'll eventually get to this guy here. I can't run either one of these motors at the racetrack, that's for sure. But I'm gonna have some fun with it. I still have a lot of work to do. I have tires and rims to put on. I'll show you guys that on my video that I'm gonna put out. I don't know how to edit, so my cousin's gonna come here and put all the videos I took, put them together and upload them to YouTube. Anyway, here. This is my unboxing of the TNS engines. Now, some of you guys are probably thinking, "Oh, what the hell? You're a ERCM guy. You're friends with Robin." Oh, look, I like Robin. I like Rick. Rick is another great engine modifier. He owns RB Mods. He did a custom motor for me for my Rustler that's over there. And Robin makes my favorite exhaust systems. He makes my favorite freaking pipes. The end bleed is my favorite pipe. He makes also the side bleed, which I'm running now on this sucker here. I'll have a video up. And I have nothing against Robin. He does great work. Um, he did a great job with my modded Pico. That's on my LSD2. Um, Rick does great work. Robin does great work, and TNS is Neil is a freaking nice dude. He's I consider him a nitro brother of mine. He's the man on the forum that I belong to, and he helps people out. He answers questions all the time. He supports people. He has people's back. Um, you can't go wrong with a guy like that. I call him up. He picks up the phone every time. It doesn't matter if it's 9 or 10 o'clock at night. That guy picks up the phone. He understands my crazy work schedule. The guy's amazing. Put it that way. All right. TNS Neil from the Nitro Shop. You call him once, he'll answer it. You need an engine done? I had to tell him. He kept telling me, "Oh, I'll have both motors for you this weekend." I'm like, no, take your time. You want a motor? Boom, you'll have a freaking motor one shot with him. That's for sure. Now, let's see how they perform. All right, that's my experience with the Nitro Shop as of now. Peace.